everybody, it's Amanda from Queen of Hearts Photography, and today I have a super exciting announcement. I've been keeping a huge secret and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Not only have I come out with a brand new action set, but I created this set exclusively for Clickin Moms, and I am so beyond excited I can't even describe it. And in this video I am going to go through the set with you quickly, just give you a little rundown. And then I'm going to edit one image quickly here using the set. Now I am going to make a separate video editing a couple of more images using the set. So let's go on and get into this video. Okay, so here is the set here. It is called the Bella Collection. It is by far my biggest and best set ever. It will have a total of 41 actions. 40 actions will be brand new, never seen before, and then I added one bonus action, which is my sharpening brush that everybody wanted me to add, so I threw it in as a bonus. Now, as you can see, I actually divided this set up into sections, and I've even given little descriptions down here next to the action itself so you know kind of what it is before you run it. You're going to get 5 starter bases. Now these are exactly what they sound like. They're bases. You know, whatever you want to do, your clean edits, you're going to get like a basic base right here. And then you're going to get a clean color, which is a nice color. It's a base with a color pop. Then you're going to get clean rich color, which is a base with richness and color pop. Then you're going to get dollface. This is the one I'm going to show you today. It's an all-in-one portrait action. We'll go into detail on that when we run it. You're also going to get dazzled, which is a bright and warm action. It's basically a base and it's bright, and it's going to be perfect for those images that are kind of on the cool side, the dull side, the darker side. It's going to kind of brighten it up and give it some life. You're also going to get 5 mats, which are exactly like they sound. They're mats, different mats. You're going to get 5 creative touches, which are all different pastels, films, that kind of thing. You're going to get 5 tones and hazes. That'll be great to add on at the end of your edits. It adds a little something. There's descriptions here next to it so you know what color you're getting. There's also 4 brand new black and whites that I'm in love with. You're going to get 5 fixes. You can see it's going to fix overexposed, underexposed, highlights, images that are too cool, images that are too warm. Then you're going to also get 5 add-ons. So you can add some richness, some color, some blur, a matte, and then a brand new skin brush. You're also going to get 6 color correctors. These come in handy for so many different reasons. I personally use them a lot on my boys, on their skin. Their skin is so pale and white. I have so much trouble with color cast and that kind of thing. Also, when you're doing certain edits and stuff, you know, you can kind of get a little bit of a hue of a certain color that you don't want, and these are going to come in handy for that. And then, of course, also the sharpening brush. So I'm going to go on in and we're going to go ahead and edit this image quickly, and we are going to run dollface. Now I'm going to let this run. It's going to take a few seconds because there are so many elements into this action. Not only is it going to give you a base clean, but it is also going to include the skin brush, the sharpening brush, and an option to add warmth. All of the things that I use whenever I edit any image, it's all going to be in one. So we're going to let it run here for a second. My computer is also slow. So this box is going to pop up and it's just going to tell you how to use the skin brush and the sharpening brush, which I'm going to go ahead and show you now. So first I'm going to come up here to clean base. This is going to be in a separate group, and you can open it up and you can kind of run through everything. Now I'm going to turn off the lighten layer because I just don't need it for this image, and I'm going to turn on highlight protection because I personally like to use that on all of my images. I'm also going to double click on the center fill light, and you can kind of move it around, and I'm going to actually pull it off to the right because his right side is darker than his left. Now I'm going to go ahead and close that up. I'm going to add warmth, of course, because it's a little bit too cool tone, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the layer mask here. I'm going to grab myself a black brush and I'm going to go in quickly, make sure it's at 100%, and I'm just going to erase the warmth off of his eyes because my boys have very bright blue eyes, and I don't want to add any warmth to those. I'm also going to brush it off of his teeth. We don't want to add any yellow to his teeth, all of his perfect little crooked teeth. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the black layer mask here of the baby skin, which is going to be our skin brush. You're going to grab yourself a white brush, make it whatever size you want, and then you're going to go ahead and paint it on the skin. Now I left this at 100% opacity. I'm going to lower the opacity when I'm finished, but the reason I leave it at 100% is so that way you can see where you're brushing it on at. With a skin brush, it's obviously not too strong of an effect. You know, it's kind of hard for you to be able to tell what you've already brushed. So for me, I like to leave it at 100% so I can see better. And once I know I've got everything covered, then I'm going to go in and lower it. I usually keep mine around 70%, but for this image, I'm going to drop it down to about 60. I think is pretty good for me. Maybe like 55. It just depends on the image, really. Now I'm going to go up here to the sharpening brush, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to click on the black layer mask and have your white brush and just brush sharpness onto your features. The eyes, the eyebrows, around the nose, his mouth and his teeth, of course, and his little smile wrinkle things there. You can get around the jawline. Now the reason I use a sharpening brush as opposed to just sharpening the entire image itself is because you just went ahead and you softened all that skin. You don't want to sharpen that. You don't want to sharpen the background. You just want the features to pop, and that's what we're going to work on sharpening. Now, the other thing that I really love about this set is that all of the actions are stackable. Now, if you follow me, you know that I'm not really a big fan of stacking all of my editing because I just have like a weird OCD thing where I like to keep this all clean and empty. But I know you guys love to have your actions stackable for your workflow, and it's perfect. It makes perfect sense. And so I went through and I made them stackable for you. And I've actually gotten quite used to it. It comes in handy actually because, you know, if you're adding action on top of action and then you decide that you need to change something or adjust something, they're all going to be right here for you to go back to. So I'm going to go down here to the Too Cool Fix, and I'm going to go ahead and add this. Now I'm going to lower the opacity. It's going to be too strong for me, I think. Yeah. I just wanted a touch of more warmth. I'm going to drop this down to probably like 55%, I think is pretty good for me. Now I'm going to click on the layer mask, take a black brush, and I'm going to go through here again like I did before on the eyes. I don't want any warmth on his pretty blue eyes. So if your subject has blue eyes, try to keep that in mind. If you're adding warmth, take it off of their blue eyes and take it off of their teeth. You don't want to add any yellow to certain parts. Okay, so here's what we started with, and here's what we have now. Now maybe even some of this, my son has kind of like a strawberry color to his hair. He's always had it. And it's kind of hard to add warmth when I add it to an overall photo because it kind of makes his hair look red. So I just go through here with a light hand and erase some of the warmth off of his hair, just so we don't make that red too strong. That's a lot better. Okay, so once again, here's the before and here's the after. Now, like I said, this is an exclusive for Clickin Moms. This won't be available on my website or at any of my shops. So I'm not sure if this video is going to be released either shortly before the release of the actions or shortly after. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link to the Clickin Moms store down below in the description box so you could check for its release. Now, after it is released, I will put a direct link to the set down in the description bar. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I love this set. I hope you love it as much as I do. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.